Ничего не нужно. Как нужно
Так, внимание. Начинаем.
Кирилл, ты готов?
Dear ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to discuss the problems the modern school of the 21st century faces.
We invite the board and our dear guests of honor to take part in this vital discussion. We want to present you our most famous experts in education.
So please welcome. And the first one to make a speech is Miss Brave.
Thank you. So, dear colleagues, the most basic change that will take place in our classrooms of the future is the actual idea we tend to have of the future itself. For many years, the word has had much the same meaning. I mean, rows of desks, all facing the teacher, and the blackboard at the front of the classroom. They have basically remained the same. Yes, artwork covers the walls, but not all pupils can see due to the positioning of their desks. Small changes have been made, however. For example, the blackboard in many cases has been replaced by the more practical new whiteboard, and OHPs have started to appear at the back of the classrooms. But even so, our classrooms would be recognizable for a visitor from, let's say, Victorian times.
And our next expert to make a speech is Miss Knows a Lot.
I agree with you, dear colleague. The thing that really puzzle any visitor from the past would be the size of computers in those same classrooms. They are fast becoming the main source of information, as well as the main means of presentation of information during lessons. Computers are indeed the classrooms of the future. So, while that will still continue, most of the curriculum will in fact be followed online. This is due to various factors, as access to online materials increases and many schools face shortages of teachers. It makes sense to take advantage of the latest technology.
Thank you. And now we'd like to listen to Miss Curiosity.
Thank you very much. And what I want to say is that the basic skills needed to play interactive computer games will also be used to encourage children to explore and collect educational information. For example, three-dimensional use of cities together with the latest software will make it possible to walk through the Paris in the company of a professional guide. The curriculum of the future will include sharing of projects between schools, both nationally and internationally, as well as online classes. And consequently, people will be able to work on the same projects without no needs for boards at the front of their classrooms. And what about teachers? Teachers will also find their classes growing with lessons anywhere at any time through the use of video connecting them directed to children from all over the world. Thank you.
And to prove what Miss Curiosity had said, we will have an online lesson with Mr. Dr. Handu.
Hello dear students.
Hello.
Today we are going to have this online lesson because I'm very busy here in my lab. I will tell you about some funny diseases. Though if you suffer from some of this, it will be probably not funny to you. But anyway, I think that you should be aware of them. Write down the symptoms, give me your questions, and I think that this information will be very useful and interesting to you. So let's start. The first disease is foreign accent syndrome. This syndrome causes people to speak their native language as if they had a foreign accent. Foreign accent syndrome grows progressively worse when a person is drunk. The next disease is a boogie fever. It can pop up anywhere good music is played. Symptoms include dancing while sitting, drumming on something that is not a drum, or just getting up and dancing. Yes, what's that? Do you have a question?
Yeah, what kind of preventive measures would you suggest?
Yes, I got you. Well, I would strongly recommend you to turn off the music in order to prevent this fever.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go on. The next disease is Nintendonitis. Those who suffer from this disease feel muscle pain around the hands and arms from playing Nintendo too much. This usually means that these persons are addicted. Do you happen to know what does it mean to be addicted? Yes?
To be in need of something so much that you can't help feeling bad without it?
Yes, exactly. That's right. Well, the next disease calls hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia. It's not fun to say. But ironically, this is the medical term for the fear of long words. The next disease calls Jeff Nobody's. If a person does not sing or dance as good as a pop star, in any way he or she wants to be famous, it means that this person suffers from Jack Nobody. Please, let me know if you have seen this man.
He was in the Pain Academy last year.
What, do you know him?
Yes! Oh my God.
Jack suffers from a highly contagious infection. Stay there, I'm coming.
Oh my God.
So please keep calm, everybody. The doctor is coming. I promise you, he will do his utmost to treat any Jack Nobody. He will help us.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue our discussion, and now Miss Wisdom is on board.
Thank you. Well, dear colleagues, as parents generally prefer learning to be at school rather than at home, together with the fact that pupils enjoy company and like to share learning with their classmates, life will still continue as usual for pupils as they will still need to attend school. In the future, however, it's actually the role of teachers that will change. Teachers might not always give the lessons, but they still be there to encourage and supervise pupils. Furthermore, the old system of rows of pupils facing the front of the classroom will no doubt be replaced by circles of desks and chairs to encourage face-to-face discussion.
Very interesting information, thank you very much. And now, dear colleagues, we invite Miss White.
Thank you. Project and artwork will be shown on computer screens, while fellow pupils and visitors will be able to try out, to find out the multimedia programs produced by pupils. Added to the usual pens and pencils, simple video production and use of software will become part of everyday life for school children. The latest mobile phone will allow children to access cartoons and exchange video with friends. As well as these talented musicians will also be able to exchange their music they produced in much the same way. This technology, of course, will need to stay in the playground so as to stop phone ringing in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And the next person to make a speech is Miss Knowledge.
Thank you. I wanted to add that in comparison to the past, video interviews will become a normal part of project work in schools, allowing pupils to produce mini documentaries. Outside the classrooms, pupils will be able to record information using digital cameras and video recorders, which then can be put onto computers the minute they return to school. Furthermore, pupils studying drama will be able to learn about lighting and cameras as they produce short plays or films.
Really useful information, thank you very much. And now, the last but not the least is Miss Science.
Thank you. So, as a result of the introduction of state-of-the-art training materials, even gymnastic classes will change to include on-screen programs where pupils can actually compete with each other. Children will be able to measure their level of progress throughout the training. Underwater filming of swimmers will also help children see what to do and enable teachers to give advice on particular problems. The cost of such technology is obviously high. Despite this, there is no doubt that cyber classrooms are slowly becoming a reality worldwide.
Somebody turn off the music now. Jack Nobody is more dangerous than a swine flu. Tell me now, where have you seen this man?
On the second floor. On the second floor. He was buying some food. I'm sure in it.
Okay, I think that I need to check all of them.
Of course.
Yeah, you have to.
Anyway, everybody keep calm and stay here. It is a safe place.
Are you sure that it is safe for us?
Yeah, that's for sure. But I think that we should dissolve in this room, okay? Right now. Come on. Now it's time to turn on the music.
Dear colleagues, I think it's a high time to speak about the differences between American and British educational systems.
Today we have invited Miss Irina, student from American University, and Miss Karina, student from British University.
So please welcome!
Afternoon. My name is Karina. I'm a student from Great Britain.
Hello, my name is Irina and I'm a student from America.
The British and American school systems. Well, there are some similarities and some differences between them. In Great Britain, children go to infant school, which is part of primary school, at the age of 5.
While in America, in this age, children start what is called preschool. For many of them, this is their first experience of school and they do a lot of learning through play.
The next stage is start of more formal and traditional kind of learning. In Britain, children go to junior school at the age of 8.
While in America, children go to elementary school at the age of 6. So you can see that these two systems are quite similar on their early stages and they have difference just in names of schools.
The next stage is where two systems become quite different. In Great Britain, children go to secondary school at the age of 11.
And I want to underline that American children go to junior high school at the age of 12 or 13. So quite a big difference here, I suppose.
British children go to sixth form at the age of 16 and stay there until they are 18 years old.
And American children go to senior high school at the same two ages. So I mean that these stages is pretty much the same.
To sum up, the final stage isn't so different. Students from both countries who want to continue their education go on to third level.
Yeah, Karina got a point there, and I absolutely agree with her. I mean that students can choose where they can finish their study in university, college, or in some other training institution. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now, dear colleagues, before we go on, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
And the question is, when do they first play a part in someone's education?
So, the first question is, when optional subjects are first taken?
Who knows?
Does anybody know? Some answers?
Maybe secondary.
Secondary school, okay.
Other? Maybe
Primary school? Primary. Okay, let's check. So, optional subjects are taken by students at high school.
The next question is, when tutorials first attended? So, let me give you some prompts. Tutorials are attended at university, at primary school, or at secondary school.
Does anybody know? Someone who answers?
No?
Are you discussing the American system of education? Or British?
In British and in American. So let's check. Tutorials are attended by students at university. And the next question is, when detention is first given?
So, anybody know? Knows? Okay, I can give you some prompts. Just listen to me. School can be primary, secondary, high. So, does anybody know?
Well, let's check. Detention is given to students at secondary school.
So maybe next question would be easier for you. When projects are first done? Does anybody know? Primary school, okay. Other answers? Second.
Let's check.
Projects are first done by children in primary school. You were right, thank you.
And the last question is, when a thesis is first written?
Does anybody know?
University is my guess.
Primary.
I think you're right. Let's check.
A thesis is written by a student at the university. Thank you very much.
So girls, what do you think? Is school an important part of our life?
Yes, of course. School gives us not only good academic education, but also an opportunity of communicating and even entertainment.
I agree with you. In primary school, we got the basic knowledge. To broaden our minds, school gave us an opportunity to study different subjects and to learn foreign languages.
Moreover, school helps students to get new communication skills. And after that, they can go to and study in higher education.
You're absolutely right. What is more, a lot of personal qualities can be developed, such as diligence, responsibility, the ability to concentrate, to work in a team, and to respect people around you.
So, undoubtedly, school plays a very important role in the life of every person.
Yes, you're right.
Hi Sasha, how are you?
Hi Sabrina, fine, thank you.
Sasha, what can you tell me about Eton and Harrow?
Well, they are primary public schools.
Very good. I think I can go there.
I'm afraid you can't. It's very expensive.
Didn't you say they are public schools? No?
Yes, they are, but public in Britain means private, thus expensive. Education is free in state schools.
So, okay, public is private, that's expensive. State is free, public is private. Oh, heaven!
So, a young teacher just beginning his career asks advice of an old member of the faculty. So, tell me, what have you learned in your years of experience?
Well, while you're giving the lesson, there's always a young upstart who disagrees with you. Tell me, would you make him shut up?
I suppose I would.
Well, don't, because he's the only one who's listening to you.
Really?
You are looking so thoughtful. Has anything happened?
Well, no, nothing special. Don't worry, I'm just thinking.
No, come on.
Spill the beans. You know, when I get married, I want my children to go to a single-sex school.
And what makes you think that?
You know, I think it's better for boys and for girls to learn separately.
Maybe you are right, but from
Hi, how are you?
well, not very good.
Why?
Well, you know, I go to foreign school.
What do you mean by this?
I stay there the whole week and come home only during the weekends.
Ah, you don't see your parents and friends, yeah?
Yes, I don't see
Oh,
them
who
much.
are you? And how many times I go to your place?
And now, dear ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you very interesting and very...
I want to say you about education. If you want to get education in Britain, you should know more abbreviations. There are so much of them, so I strongly recommend you to write them down. So take your pens and pencils and get ready to write. It will be a little quiz. Yeah. So the first abbreviation is GCSE. How do you think? What does it mean? Any guesses? Maybe.
Final school exams. Don't know how to decipher this.
Yeah, you are very close.
General Certificate of Secondary Education.
Oh yeah, very good.
Exactly, you are. And the next is A level. A. Maybe, but advanced. Yeah, so let's check. Advanced level. Alright. The next is H and D. How do you think? What? So, okay. What's the right? Higher National Diploma is a qualification that is awarded to full ending of secondary school. Yeah. It can be only awarded after age of 18. And the last one, I see you are tired a little bit. Yeah. It's BA, BC, BS. Sorry. So, how do you think? Any opinions? Yeses?
Bachelor of Art.
And another one?
Science. Bachelor of Science.
Exactly. The best. Yeah. I think you all know what's mean bachelor. In Russian we have the same. Thank you very much. And now I'll let the board to my colleague Sabina.
Thank you, Rob. Now, dear ladies and gentlemen, as I have promised, some of our most intelligent and most interesting people will tell you about English idioms. So please welcome.
Hello. I am a very interesting and intelligent person. And today, this pie and I are getting together to teach you some English idioms. I bet you have never been taught by a pie before. Now you're probably thinking it's very difficult to learn anything from a pie. But you are wrong. It's as easy as pie. In English, if something is very easy, we can say it's as easy as pie. It's as easy as pie. Pies. Many pies. Did I tell you that my boss is threatening to fire me because I'm too weird? But I don't really care because I got all my other jobs. On Mondays, I am a fire eater. On Tuesdays, I am a brain surgeon. On Wednesdays, I am a clown. On Thursdays, I am an astronaut. And on Fridays, I am a traffic warden. I've got my fingers in many pies. In English, if a person has his or her fingers in many pies, it means that he or she is involved in lots of different activities. To have a finger in many pies. Write it down if necessary. Oh, excuse me. Do you have something to drink? I really need a drink. Oh, thank you. But what is this? Oh, this is beer. Okay. That was good. May I have one more?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know what? To tell you frankly, you are so beautiful. That's true, I'm not kidding, that's true. Cheers. Actually, I think I have had enough, actually. Thank you. In fact, I'm completely pie-eyed. In English, if a person is very drunk, we can't say he is pie-eyed. Pie-eyed. I think I need a little sleep. Thank you. I love all of you. Thank you.
I'm a very interesting and intelligent person. And today, I'm getting together with these beans to teach you some English idioms. I bet you have never been taught by a bean before. Never been taught by a bean before. So funny. Anyway, coffee. My favorite drink. It comes from beans. I have had several cups of coffee today. Actually, I have had 1, 2, 10 cups of coffee. That's why I'm full of beans. In English, if someone is full of energy, we can say, he is full of beans. Like this puppy and like me. Oh, that's not very good. Oh, what did you say? You want to borrow some money? In English, if you have no money at all, you can say, I haven't got a bean. Actually, I'm a very wealthy person. So, how much do you want? Go on, help yourself. Oh, hang on a moment. It's my mobile. Yes? Oh, really? Can't tell me? But why? Oh, come on, you can tell me. Spill the beans. In English, if we want someone to tell us something secret, we can say, spill the beans. Spill the beans. Thank you.
Hello, I'm a very interesting and intelligent person. And today I'm getting together with some of my field friends to teach you a thing or two about English idioms. I bet you've never been taught by a bird before. You might think that birds are not very clever and so not very good teachers. And you're right. I mean, look at them. Their heads are tiny, and a tiny head means a tiny brain. So in English, we call someone who isn't very bright, bird brain. Bird brain. Something I've never been called. Another thing you may have noticed about birds is that they can fly, which is very clever considering their bird brains. So now you can see, here are birds high in the sky and here's the ground. Marvelous. They can see everything. So come on, what do you think the idiom to have a bird's view eye means? No ideas? Okay, it means to be able to see very clearly from a high place. So, bye for now.
Hello. Hello. I'm a very interesting and intelligent person. And today, this banana, this cherry, and I will be teaching you some English idioms. We all know that all sensible food are round and green, or round and red, or round and orange, but not this fellow. The banana is yellow and long, and he bends. What a crazy fruit! And what's more, monkeys eat them, and we all know what monkeys are like. In English, if someone is very emotional and he is behaving in a crazy way, we say that he's gone bananas. To go bananas. Like me, when I passed my exam in English last year, I went completely bananas. Ah! Yes, 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 yes! Cherries. Where are the cherries? Cherries. Did you know I could juggle? I will show you. Oh, sorry. Well, please give me a second bite of the cherry. In English, if we want to try something a second time because we failed at first, we call it a second bite of the cherry. Hey, yeah. Oh, what about a third bite of the cherry? What do you mean there are no cherries left? Oh.
Well, I'm a very interesting and intelligent person. And this is Tinkles, who, like me, is an excellent teacher of English. Now, here's my cat. I bet you've never been taught by cats before. We live together in a really small house. There isn't enough room for me and Tinkles. In fact, there isn't enough room to swing a cat. In English, if room or space isn't big enough, we can say, there isn't enough room to swing a cat. There isn't enough room to swing a cat. Unlike here, where there is plenty of room. Isn't that right, Tinkles? Tinkles, I've got something to tell you. It's a bit of a secret. Tinkles, hey, Tinkles, where are you? Oh, it's my mobile phone. Tinkles, where are you? Oh, you know my little secret already? Who let the cat out of the bag? You, maybe you? In English, if someone let your secret be known, we can say, they let the cat out of the bag. To let the cat out of the bag. Tinkles, Tinkles.
Hello. I'm a very interesting and, intelligent person. And today, this team and I am going to teach you some idioms in English. I bet you've never been taught by tea before. Oh, tea. I love tea. Of course, I'm English. What's that? It's not my cup of tea. In English, if there is something that we're similar, yes? That we don't like at all, we can say that it's not my cup of tea. And now, time for geography lesson. You know, China is a very big country. And how much tea is there in China? Of course, a lot. And now, lucky you, I'm going to do everything you want. So, come on. I would never do that for all the tea in China. It's awful. In English, if there is something we would never do, we can say, I would never do that for all the tea in China. I can't believe this tea. Oh my God. And you know that tea is hot. And what about, where do we make tea? In a teapot, of course. And what about the material of tea? Metal? Yes. Glass? Okay. Ceramic? Of course. But what about chocolate teapot? It's absolutely useless. In English, if there is something absolutely useless, we can say that it is as good as a chocolate teapot.
This lesson is useless.
God, you think that is as good as a chocolate teapot? But I was working so hard. And this all, it's what I said. Really.
Dear guests, thank you for your attention.
We're sure you've learned something new for you.
And now we want to invite all the group at the stage again.
Excuse me, guys, and where are your badges?
What?
What are you doing here without your badges? Go to the dean office right now.
Oh, come on.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you for your attention, dear friends. Really, now it's the end. Yeah. They don't believe it. They don't believe it. No, it is true now. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.